Can we just talk about thought leadership for a moment? I am so tired of people say, I'm a thought leader. I'm a thought leader. I'm a thought leader. If you have to call yourself a thought leader, you're probably not one. Other people need to call you thought leader for you to have that moniker. And I may have, I had a podcast, I don't know, months ago, and I said that was the title of the podcast. If you have to call yourself a thought leader, you probably aren't one. And I got probably more response on that podcast and the blog that I wrote with it than anything else. And I've sort of been busy on that with some articles that I've been interviewed for and other podcasts, all this kind of stuff. So, you know, thought leadership is super important. Super important. Thought leaders, we're all a thought leader in something. All of us. We all know something about something. The key is what other people call you. What do other people call you? And if other people call you a thought leader, then you probably are one. And how do you know? How do you know if you are one? Is your opinion sought out? Do people listen to what you say? Do people not only listen, but then they do what you say you should do? Do people refer to you? The other day, I was talking to Joe, and Joe said this, and it really had a big impact on me. And I'm going to do what Joe said. Or Peter Zihan, who's my favorite person right now. He's just so impressed and so interested in what he has to say about and putting the context around what's happening in the world. Thought leader. He never called himself a thought leader, ever, ever, ever. So I had another podcast the other day, about 2 weeks ago, that was Peter Winnick. He is the CEO of Thought Leadership Leverage. Of course, he can be a thought leader because it's the name of his company. And the practice of thought leadership is super important because it's so important for people, your employees, to know what you think, to know what you think about your company, about the future, about how to move something from point A to point B, about what's going on in the economy and how the company will react and respond. Those are all thought leadership activities. But really, to call yourself one. So I went on to LinkedIn, and I just searched it. There are in LinkedIn right now 1,350,000 people who call themselves thought leaders. Peter Winnick would say that those people are all assholes. I'm going to say no, those people are not all assholes, but I'm on the Peter Winnick train for sure. When I screen down, 332,000 of them are in the US. So, we get that going for us in the US. Only, what is that? A quarter of the people who call themselves thought leaders are in the United States. However, when we look a little further, 52,000 in California, only 3,800 in San Francisco. That means a lot of people left. That just means a lot of people left San Francisco. Funnily enough, the state of Wisconsin, which has about 6 million people in it, smaller demographic than the San Francisco Bay Area, has 7,300 people who call themselves thought leaders. There are 34,000 thought leaders who call themselves thought leaders in Texas. And in Massachusetts, there are 11,000 people. Now, you'd expect Massachusetts because there's so many colleges. However, please just don't call yourself that. So that's one thing. Second thing is, we all have something to share. We all should be sharing and be generous, right? So let's just talk about what a thought leadership person does, right? A thought leadership person, because I don't like thought leader, is someone who offers solutions and insight and guidance to people based on their experience, not just sort of pulling it out of the sky. And Oprah said this, and someone, Dr. Phil said that, and whatever it is. Whatever they say matters because their advice is applicable and it works, right? Just don't call yourself one, okay? So Yeah, just don't do that. I'm going to do a whole series of these. So you can go on to the next one. Bye.